You ever get that gut feeling, that nagging sense that someone just isn't being straight with you? Well, today, we're going to dig deep into the psychology of trust. We're uncovering the subtle, almost invisible red flags that can reveal a person's true character, hopefully before it's too late.
Yeah, let's start right there with that chilling thought, because the truth is the people who can do the most damage rarely look dangerous at first. They often show up disguised as friends, which is exactly why learning to see past the smile is so important.
And that's the real key. Trust doesn't usually just shatter in one big, dramatic moment. No, it erodes. It's the quiet drip, drip, drip of small, repeated actions. So this is about becoming a detective of human behavior, learning to spot all those little clues that, when you piece them together, show you the whole picture.
Okay, so our investigation starts right now. We're about to uncover 5 critical clues that can help you read people more clearly and, honestly, protect your own peace of mind. Let's get into the first piece of evidence.
Our first clue. Well, this one gets right to the very core of a person's integrity.
It's what we call the dishonesty habit. Now, we're not talking about some massive cinematic lie here. We're talking about the person who's always exaggerating their stories, or who conveniently forgets details that make them look bad. When these little white lies become a habit, a reflex, it shows you they think the truth is optional, and that is a major red flag.
Okay, clue number 2. This isn't about what they say to your face. It's all about how they talk about everyone else.
You know that person who's always feeding you gossip? It might feel like they're trusting you, right? Letting you in on secrets. But you gotta look closer. Untrustworthy people use gossip like it's a currency. It's a tool they use to bond with you, to get information, and to make themselves the center of everything.
This right here, this contrast, forces you to ask a really critical question. If they're talking about everybody else to you, what do you think they're saying about you to everybody else? That pattern is a serious warning sign.
Our third clue. This one always pops up when things, inevitably go wrong.
See, trustworthy people, they own their mistakes. They'll apologize, they learn from it. But untrustworthy people, they live in what I call an accountability void. In their world, a missed deadline is always someone else's fault. A hurtful comment was just a simple misunderstanding. Nothing, and I mean nothing, is ever their fault.
And their process is almost always the same. It's this predictable little 3-step dance they do to protect their ego. First, a mistake happens. Second, they immediately deny they had anything to do with it. And third, they find somebody or something else to blame. This pattern tells you everything you need to know about whether you can count on them when things get tough.
Okay, clue number 4. This one reveals the true nature of your connection. Is it a real friendship, or is it just a transaction? Pay really close attention to the timing. Seriously, do they only text you when they need a favor? Do they only call when they want your advice or need one of your connections? When a relationship starts to feel less like a genuine friendship and more like a series of business deals, that's a huge warning.
And here's the bottom line. When their interest in you only seems to spike when they need your time, your skills, your support, it's not a two-way street. It's a one-way extraction, and you're the resource.
And now for our final clue. This one might be the most personal and the most revealing of them all.
We all have them, right? Those invisible lines that protect our time, our energy, our well-being. Trustworthy people see those lines and they respect them. Untrustworthy people, on the other hand, they consistently push them, they test them, or they just pretend they don't exist at all.
Just think about it for a second. That friend who keeps pressuring you to go out after you've already said you need a night in. Or that coworker who accidentally lets slip some information you specifically ask them to keep private. Every single time they cross a line, they're just testing you. They're seeing what they can get away with.
So we've looked at 5 different clues, but the real power isn't in just spotting one of them here or there. The aha moment comes from seeing them all together. So what's the full picture? What's the pattern we've really uncovered?
When you start to see these behaviors all together, the little lies, the constant gossip, the blame shifting, those one-sided requests, and the total disrespect for your boundaries, they stop being just isolated incidents. They become a clear, undeniable pattern, and that pattern is telling you exactly who that person is.
And this right here, this is probably the most important thing to take away from our entire explainer. Anyone can say the right words. Anyone can promise you the world. But it's their consistent patterns of behavior,
day in and day out, that tell you the real story.
At the end of the day, recognizing these red flags isn't about becoming cynical or paranoid. Not at all. It's about developing a stronger emotional awareness. It's about empowering yourself with the knowledge to choose who you allow into your inner circle, because that choice, it directly impacts your own peace of mind.
And that's the question I want to leave you with. Because this isn't just some abstract theory, right? It's a practical tool to protect your peace. The people you choose to trust will fundamentally shape your life.